What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Everybody good? How's your mama there? What's up? Hey, y'all, drop something in the chat. Let me know where y'all, who you are, where you're calling me from, where you're looking at me from. This is gonna be good, man. I got some. We open this up to YouTube today, so let's say hello to everybody on YouTube from today, because normally we keep this all tight knit in our group and everything, but I figured, look, this is some important stuff we're gonna be talking about today, and I kind of wanted to open this up to everybody, So yeah, we're just here to help everybody, So hey, we gonna get into some deep conversations here in a bit, talking about taxes. I know everybody's excited. Everybody loves talking about tax time and the tax man and the IRS and having to fill out forms and that kind of thing. And that's what we're all about. That's why we're here. So hey, Bless is here with us, and Bless is on the YouTube. Look at him. He spelled YouTube just the way we like to spell YouTube. Hey, Bless, what's up, man? I just saw you earlier today, bro. So hey, you know, I'm by myself today. This is kind of weird. I'm actually in the studio. There's nobody else here. It's really quiet. Like, it's real dark over there, and it's kind of a little bit weird. But normally there's other people here, and moving around and doing things, and I can get distracted real easy. But it's just me. I'm here having to look at this little tiny dot right there, and that's y'all out there. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? So it's a little black dot that I'm looking at right there. Bear with me if I make some bear with me if I make some mistakes and everything, because it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. Hey, Raul, how's it going, man? You Raul from Utah. There he is, man. He's a trooper, bro. He comes to all these things like that. He wants to know. He wants to know about what we're doing and that kind of thing. Hey, I also got I hooked up another. Yeah, I always have another camera hooked up to the system here, so I thought I'd let y'all see what kind of goes on in the background. There's a system over here. Some of y'all been here before. Y'all know this is a little production system. I'm in the podcast studio today, and this is our podcast studio. I'm kind of set up on the podcast thing. We were gonna do a thing where today we were supposed to talk about the podcast system, but I figured, April's coming up here in the near future in a couple of days, and I thought, it's a good time to talk about taxes. So if you guys are ready, look, I've got a lot to cover today, so let's jump right in. I got a couple of moderators that are in the chat. Ryan and Joanne are here in the chat to keep everybody, let me know if there's a question. They can star things. But what I want you guys to remember too is, if you do have a question, preface your question with a Q and a colon. That way, when I go later to do comments and stuff, we can see I can easily see the questions. Okay, so make sure you preface a question with a Q and a colon. Otherwise, it just comes in as a comment, and I may miss it. Fortunately, I've got Ryan and Joanne that are there helping me moderate. They're remote, though. They're not actually here in the studio with me, so that's kind of cool. And if you guys are ready to go, I'd really love to talk to you about taxes. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on where all this came from for me. Some of you guys, I've talked to you guys some of you guys about this a little bit, and not everyone knows this about me and what I do and where I came from and what I did. There was a time when I was a live audio engineer. I toured. I did some front of house mixing, but mostly monitors. That was my gig, man. I did that. When I was working around town, when I wasn't on tour, I would, so I got to keep looking at stuff over here. Sorry. Everything's distracting because I'm running everything by myself tonight. I got all these buttons. There's all these buttons and knobs and stuff. I got to figure stuff out. But y'all just bear with me. Y'all know how it works. So in 1988, I'm probably dating myself now, but y'all know I've been around for a minute. In 1988, I worked for a guy who was a pretty famous music guy. He recently passed away. He's a jazz guy. I worked for him in 1988, and I was an idiot, man. I was a dumbass kid. I tell you what, I didn't know much. I didn't know how things worked, and this guy paid me cash. And I'm thinking, oh man, that's cash money, dude. Nobody knows about this stuff. I'm just gonna put it in my pocket. It's under the table. Nobody cares. It's cash money. Yeah, don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Hey, let me explain why. Don't do it. Um, 7 years later, y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, but the IRS can go back 7 years and audit you from 7 years ago. So we're going to talk about this in a minute, how important it is to save your receipts for 7 years. Okay, we're going to get to that. But this guy got audited 7 years later. Okay, and now it took the IRS 3 years to find me, to track me down with my information, with my social security number and my name and that kind of thing. So now it's 10 years. So it's been 10 years since I got paid under the table cash money. Okay. Had I claimed this money and filed an income on this money from 1988, it would have cost me, I would have had to pay maybe $1,100 in tax, but then I could have offset that with tax deductions, that's what we're talking about tonight. I'm just trying to preface this whole story with how I got this information, how I became, aware of these things. Okay. So I'm sharing this with you for that reason. All right. So it was 1998 now, and the IRS came and knocked on my door and said that I owed them about $47,000 with taxes, penalties, interest, and fines. And that if I didn't want to go to jail, I should write a check. So that's a little bit scary for anybody that's ever had to deal with that situation. But fortunately, not fortunately, because I was still a dumbass, but I still, let's call this stupid tax, because that's exactly what it was, man. It was stupid of me to not do my taxes. And that is why I'm sharing with you today, because I don't want you to have to go through what I went through with that stuff. Okay. So this is why I'm sharing this with everybody today, simply so you don't have to go through what some of us have to go through when it comes to dealing with the IRS and having to pay taxes. Okay. So this is simply the reason I'm doing it. So fortunately, I was able to, they put me on a payment plan, and I was able to make payments to this for quite a minute to pay off. I was able to negotiate a little bit, but not that much. I was still on the hook for the penalties and interest and fines and things like that. But it definitely cost me a little extra, where I could have avoided that had I known this information, which I'm about to share with you tonight. So let me know in the chat if any of you guys have had this. Let me know in the chat if any of you guys have had this kind of issue in your life, and had to deal with the IRS and this kind of thing, because I've got some tips and some tricks, and they're not, the thing with this is it's not illegal. It's 100% legal. Look, if the big boys, if the big players in the world can do this stuff, I can do it. You can do it. We all can do it. The problem is, it's not really a problem, but the issue is that most people that pay taxes in the United States don't understand that these rules can apply to you if you set it up and you do certain things at certain times in your life. Okay. And that's what I'm talking to you about today, and the importance of it. So please listen to me. Please understand that what I'm talking about is 100% legal. I am not going to go to jail. No, that's not it. That's not what it is. I just use the tax laws to my advantage, just like all the big boys, like Apple, like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos, like Walmart, like Chevron. Shall I keep going? Any pharmaceutical company. These people make billions and billions. Yes, it's with a B, ladies and gentlemen. They make billions and billions of dollars, and they do not pay tax in America. Do you know who's paying? Yeah, thanks, Joe. Just to let you guys know, let me reiterate this. I am not a tax professional. I am not I'm not somebody that knows. Look, I just know things, okay? I've been around. I was part of it. I've had it happen to me. I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not a tax accountant. If you guys have any questions on any of these things that I'm talking about today, please reach out to your tax guy, tax person, and ask. But some will know these tricks, some will not. The thing is that these things can work for you just as it does with the big boys, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Look, what was it? Bill Gates. This is funny. This is so fun. Don't let me get fired up, people, because I will get fired up and y'all will know. Bill and Melinda Gates. This year, what we're talking about right now is taxes for 2022. Even though right now is 2023, April 15th is the tax deadline. We're going to talk about that also in a minute. But last year, Bill and Melinda Gates donated $15.5 million to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. No, it is not to make them philanthropists. That does not make them, you know what that makes them? That makes them eligible for a charitable donation that they get to write off on their taxes for money that they made from selling their product, Microsoft. Do you see where I'm going with this? They had a tax deduction of $15.5 million that they donated. They donated it to themselves, which is awesome. Bill, you're my hero. Bro, let me tell you. A couple years ago, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, again, multi-billionaire in the world, donated $10 million to some charity, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, he's such a great dude. No, bro, he's writing that stuff off on his tax. I'm trying to keep it clean for the kids in case they listening. So he writes that stuff off on his taxes, man. This is how the big boys play. This is how they work. So let me and you do the same kind of playing, just on a much smaller scale. Why not? Okay, I'm a thousandaire. I don't know about you guys, but I just passed from 100aire to 1000aire this year. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty funny if you think about it. I should have been a comedian, huh? What do y'all think? I don't know. Joe says they're divorced, but they still donating money to each other. It's just, they still donating. Philanthropist. Yeah, sure. Okay, Bill, appreciate you. Melinda, doing a great job. Or is that Melinda giving all Bill's money away? Look, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm not going to get into I've been banned from enough Reddits this week that I don't need another. I don't need to be banned from the tube of you. So pardon me while I drink my coffee at the same time. So anyway, hopefully you guys get where I'm going with this, and that there are things that you can do as a tax-paying normal citizen of the United States. Now, some of you guys have regular jobs, correct? Yes. I realize this. There are ways to still offset your regular job tax deductions by one way is to donate. One way is to donate to a charity. One way is to buy equipment for your studio that you might need for your studio. Buy some things for your production company that you need for your production company. These are ways that you can offset your tax dollars that you've already paid by them taking money out of your check. You can get a bigger refund is basically what I'm trying to say, okay? So I'm going to bring up the screen, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you because we're going to go through some slides. Now, I am going to make these slides downloadable because there are some links in the slides that I need for you. I want you guys to be able to click. Okay, so I'm going to make some of the, I'm going to make all of these downloadable. In fact, let me go back here real quick. If you guys want to write this down, this is where you can find the downloads. Okay, it's learnprorecording.com/Tuesday004. This is the 4th live we're doing this month, so that's hence the 004. Y'all get it? It ain't difficult. I'm not trying to be fancy or nothing. So, that's the download for tonight. It's already there if you guys want to. Don't not look at me, but go get that later or something. I'll put this back up in a minute. So let me share my screen with you. We're going to go through some of these slides, okay? So I got some tips that's going to help you save on taxes. Tax time is coming. Let's save some money, shall we? Look, so April 15th is the deadline to file your taxes, in case you guys didn't know. And this happens every year. Now, you can extend your tax deadline till, I think, October. I think you can add 6 months to it. that's a thing. If you do now legally, when you do that, you're supposed to pay your taxes. You're supposed to estimate and pay your taxes when you do that. But I don't really know of anybody that ever does it that way, and I don't think anybody. I've never seen anybody getting get any trouble for that. Now, right there at the top, it does. Okay, Joe's sharing that with you. Well, I'll share that with you. I'll share that link again with you. On the top of the page here, it says, "I'm not a tax professional. I'm simply a guy that's done some research, and I found a few tips that can help you save on your taxes." Okay, there's a couple of tips. And if you guys want to keep notes, I've got a notepad right here. And I put it in the camera. But I keep a notepad. If I got to write some stuff down, I'll write some stuff down. But I want you guys to keep notes. But also, we're going to make these downloadable, so it's going to be there for you. Okay. So this is as a small business owner and freelance contractor. Okay. It's easy to save on your taxes when tax time comes. You just have to prepare in advance. So what I'm doing is giving you a little bit of information so you'll be prepared for the next time taxes come up. Now, I don't think I can do much for you for last year unless you've already heard this information from me. Some of you guys know that, I talk about this stuff a lot with my students that are actually in the house. So they are there. We've talked a little bit we've talked about some of these things in a recent live this month where we talked about starting your own business. Okay, so that's one of the tricks. You have to have a business. You have to be a business owner. Now, getting this done is a little bit easy. It's pretty simple to do that. But in case you missed it, I'm going to go over a couple of these bullet points again. Okay? So, I got to click again. Sorry. I'm going to go over some of these bullet points again. So just in case you guys missed it. Okay. You have to register your business as a legit business. All right. There's a ton of advantages to doing this. And the costs aren't that great. They're not that big. I think here in California, I don't know if you guys are looking at, I know Raul's from Utah. I'm not really sure of the rules there in Utah, Raul, but if you can check there's a couple of, go back and look at the past, the other live thing we did, and those links are in there. If not, email me and I'll send you those links. Signaturefiling.com, and you can use LegalZoom .com. And what that'll do is it'll help you establish your business in your area. Okay. These are two that are really simple and really easy to use, and they're not that expensive. I think to register a doing business as sole proprietor here in California with Signature Filing, it's less than $160 for 5 years of registration. Okay. We talked about DBA, LLC, S Corp, partnerships, that kind of thing. The decision is yours on which way you want to go. I would actually, we're going to talk about each one, okay? So, but I would avoid partnerships if you can. I'll explain why in a sec. Doing business as is the easiest, simplest thing you can do. It's probably the cheapest. In California, it's definitely the cheapest as well. Doing business as a DBA, as a sole proprietor, that means it's just you doing work as you. You are out there doing work as you. It's just you. You got nobody else. You don't have employees. You don't have a boss. You don't have a partner. It's just you. You don't have a board that you have to answer to. It's simply just you doing work as you. Okay? It allows you to file what they call a Form Schedule C when you do your taxes. I'll talk a little bit more about the Schedule C in a minute. But the Schedule C basically is a business use tax deduction, which basically means anything you use in your business, you can deduct from the taxes that you owe for your business. Okay. So an LLC, or a limited liability company, can also still be a sole proprietorship, meaning it's just you doing work as you. Registering your business as an LLC means you're not the same person as the business. Now, what this means is that it's a limited liability company. So if you were to get sued, if your company were to get sued, they're suing your company and not you. So any personal assets that you own, if you own assets, meaning a home, a brand new truck, a boat, a Caterpillar backhoe, whatever, these are assets. A timeshare condo, these are all assets, which a life insurance policy is an asset as well in some cases. But if you were to get sued, the personal assets which belong to you do not belong to the company. Does this make sense? So if somebody sues the company, they sue the company and they can't attack your personal assets. Okay. As a DBA, that's not the case. A DBA, you are open to personal lawsuits and your personal property can be attached if you get sued. You can get into the chances of being sued or not, and I don't know the statistics on that. Don't screw up. Don't try to screw other people. There'll be no reason for somebody to sue you in our business with what we do. That's a whole nother thing, which we talked about in the last live thing. But just don't get sued. That's all. Ooh, sorry, I hit the mic. Don't be sued, and you should be fine. But if you do own a lot of assets, I do suggest you look into becoming an LLC. Now, the big difference is the cost. Doing business as in California. Now, again, I don't know about other states or other countries, so check into your local area. If you're not in California or you're not in LA County, check in your local county as well. If you guys in Orange County are a little bit different. Okay, we'll explain that in a sec. But look into it and see. But here in California, in LA County, as a DBA, you only have to pay for the registration, which is less than $160 for 5 years of registration, okay? As an LLC, you still have to pay that registration, but you also have to pay a fee to the state of $800 per year, which is not tax deductible. That's money out of pocket that you have to pay straight up every fiscal year, which most people's fiscal year starts in January 1, okay? Unless you're the government and you can make your fiscal year July, whatever. But still, you have to pay that fee straight up, and it is not tax deductible. So that's $800 out of your pocket for nothing, just for having an LLC. Now, again, if you own the assets, that might be worth it to have that protection where you're not going to get sued and lose all your personal assets. Get it? Okay. But another thing with the LLC is that you have to, because it's a corporation basically, you have to estimate your taxes and pay into the system quarterly. That means every 3 months, okay? 4 times a year, you have to pay in. You have to estimate the tax that you owe on the money that you made and pay it in. Now, at the end of the year, when you file your taxes, if you overpaid, you get a refund of what you overpaid. But the thing is that you have to pay in advance, okay? So there is that. All right. An S Corp is really similar to an LLC, but it's way more involved and it takes a whole team. Even if the team is just you, you're still an S Corp, but you're doing business as just you still have to have a team. So you would be not only the president and the CEO and the FOO and the COO and the CFO, all the O's. You have to be all the O's yourself, okay? And you have to have board meetings once a quarter. You have to pay your taxes in advance. You still have to pay the $800 every year, which is not tax deductible. So I don't know. There's a little bit more protection. There's a little bit more tax savings if you are an S corp, because you at that point you yourself are an employee. You have to pay yourself. It's a lot. It's really involved. If you're big, if you're going to be huge, and if you're Bill Gates, yeah. If you're Elon Musk, yeah, you might want an S corp. Or even a bigger corporation than that. But at that point, you have billions of dollars in your pocket. You can reach out and buy Twitter if you want. Oh, Twitter? Oh, how much? Yeah, okay, I got that in cash. Do that. Just be that. Okay, so let's talk about a partnership. Again, a partnership is similar. It's similar, except that now you're adding another person into the mix. You can still be a DBA or it can still be an LLC partnership. But, you know what they say, man. If you want to lose a friend, loan them money or go into business with them. Partnerships, in my opinion, partnerships don't really work out. Somebody gonna get butthurt. Somebody gonna get mad. Somebody gonna think that the other guy's screwing them over. It never seems to work out, And usually when you go into a partnership, you're with a friend, you're with a buddy or whatever. You're like, hey, let's be partners. If you're going to do that, make one person have 49% and the other person have 51%, just so there's one person in charge. Now, this gets a little bit difficult with the contracts and the partnership paperwork and all this stuff. what I suggest is that if you want to be partners with your buddy, just each of you become a DBA or an LLC if you happen to have a lot of assets. And each of you write on a simple piece of paper, write one page contract that you guys are going to split 50-50 anything you make. And that's just an agreement between you. That way, if the friendship does go sour, nobody's going to get butthurt. The contract is still binding. It's just not a partnership that you're going to have to dissolve and then rebuild as a DBA or an LLC later. It gets messy when you start talking about clients and dealing with the IRS and dealing with taxes. It just gets messy. So try not to do that. I'm not saying you can't. Not at all. I'm just saying that maybe think about it, okay? Just maybe think about it. All right. Enough about the business registration talk. We did talk about that a little bit in a past a couple weeks ago, I think. Or was it 2 weeks ago? I think. It's on the thing. You guys go look for it. It's fine. You can go look for, there's actually a link for, it's actually on YouTube. Again, this link's going to be right there. I just noticed I put the link there. So this will be downloadable. You guys go to the Tuesday 004. Oh, Joanne says always contact a lawyer first. See, I'm not getting caught up on the thing. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. All right, it's Tuesday 004. LearnProRecording.com/Tuesday 004. See, I'm missing out on the comments because I'm not paying attention. Sorry. That's what the moderators are for. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Joe. I'm just kidding. Y'all are doing a great job. Love you. All right. So I will make these downloadable and you guys can have the links there, okay? So anyway, let me know if you have any questions about that kind of stuff. You can always email me at info@learnprorecording.com. Reach out to me personally and I'll be there for you. I can actually answer your questions for you. Okay? So once you've established your business as a business, you're now eligible to file a Form Schedule C when you do your taxes. Even if you have a regular job, if you still file as a doing business as, which I suggest that you do, you can still file. That still makes you eligible for a Schedule C when you file your taxes. Now, a Schedule C can get crazy. Okay, what a Schedule C is, it's business use tax deductions. This can be everything and anything and everything that you do. Anything and everything that you purchase, anything and everything that you rent. Dude, if you buy a tuna fish sandwich on the way to the studio, that is a tax deduction. I'm just saying. Okay. You're usually going to file a simple 1040 form when you get your W-2s from the person, your employer, right? Okay. Sometimes you get a refund if you overpaid a little bit. Okay. But look, it says right here, not so fast, Hoss. You don't want a refund. Absolutely correct. You do not want a refund. Let me say that again, just in case you guys are like, what? What do you mean no refund? Yeah, you don't want a refund. What a refund means is that you overpaid your taxes. You paid too much and they're giving you some back. A tax refund is not free money. That doesn't mean, it says right here, doesn't mean you go out and buy a brand new TV. No, that is your money. Why would you loan someone your money for 12 months interest free and then they give it back to you at the end of the year? Why? Stop doing it. It's your money. You keep your money. Okay, so imagine if you took that money and you put it into a money market account or even a simple savings account at a bank or a credit union. You just put it in there. If you left $800 in your savings account for a year, you're going to make $60. That's $60 you made for doing absolutely nothing. You made $60. What can you get with $60? That's a night out with the boo, going to the dinner, maybe go see a movie, get some popcorn. $60 might be a tank of gas for some people. And all you did was take your money and put it into a money market account or a basic savings account. A money market account, you might make $160. You might make $120. That's even more. A simple savings account, you might make $60 in 12 months. I mean, use your money to make money. You see what I'm saying there? Okay. So, that was kind of slow, man. It took a minute. All right. First, here's how we're going to offset having to pay our taxes. Now, this isn't in the thing, but let me tell you something. You guys that have regular jobs, you guys that they take money out your check every week. You think, all right, you think you go to work and you're working 40 hours a week and you think you're going to come home and you're going to have man, my check going to be $520 this week. That's pretty good. And then you get your check and you see it's like 380. You're like, woo, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what the hell? So, look, this is how the country runs. This is how the country runs. By the majority of the working class people in this country are having the money taken out their check and it's going to the government so the government can run while they're doing stuff. Okay, yeah, this does things like fix up your, the local taxes, the state taxes, the county taxes, the city taxes. They tax you for everything, people. Everything. This fixes your roads. This fixes your interstate roads. This fixes your local roads, your county roads. The dudes you see leaning on the shovel that are supposed to be working, that's paying for their salaries. The people that pick up the garbage, that's paying for their salaries. This is what it does. Yes, we need that. We need that to happen. And all you worker bees out there, you know who I'm talking to. Thank you very much for helping out. I applaud you, but there's ways around it, and you guys can get. I'm trying not to offend. I don't know if you guys see this, man. I'm trying not to offend anybody. Trying to make anybody mad because I'm good at making people mad with this stuff, man. And some of y'all know the story about the trailer in Kentucky. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make people mad. I'm just not gonna alienate and make people hang up. Go, this guy sucks. No, I'm not gonna do it. So, but look, even if you guys have a regular job, there are ways around that. Here's what I used to do. I at one time had a regular job for a couple of minutes. And what I did, I still owned my own company, even though I had a regular job and they were taking taxes out of my check. I went to my HR department at my company and I said, hey, I would go in January and I would change my deductions on my W-4 form at my HR department to 12 dependents. You guys are like, yo, you can't do that. Yes, you can. Absolutely, 100% you can. The only time your HR department reports to the IRS your deductions is at the end of the year when they report for the taxes for the year. That's the only time they do it. So for the first 6 months of the year, I would change my deductions to 12. And all this means is that they're taking less money out of my check. There's more money going into my pocket. And then the second half of the year, like in July, I would go back to my HR department and go, okay, make my deductions 1 or 3 or whatever. Make it 0. Now they're going to take more money out of my check. So what this kind of did was offset the amount of money that they took out of my check, which meant I got a lower refund at the end of the year. But this just means I had more money in my pocket while I was needing money. You see how this works? And it's not illegal. There's nothing illegal about it. Yes, someone's going to tell you that you can't do it, but tell them to show you the tax law that says that they can't do it. Oh, you know what I saw today? Again, not to change the subject. I saw a meme today. Somebody showed me a thing where the new tax laws for 2022, which are out now, okay? Joanne's got this thing. I'm gonna star this because I want to share this with you guys in a minute. Okay. Thanks, Dom. Yeah, Dom likes what I'm talking about. All right. So, no, I saw this meme today, and it's legit tax laws from the IRS website for the tax rules for 2022, which is what the taxes we're doing now for 2022. The taxes we do next April 15th will be for 2023. But I saw these, I saw this. It said something like, if you have income from illegal drug sales, you still have to report your income. And I was like, what is this? And then it said, right underneath that was another tax law, and it said, if you steal merchandise from someone, you have to claim that as income on your taxes unless you give that item back to the person you stole it from before the end of the year. These are legit tax laws from the IRS. This is the funniest thing ever. Okay, so if you guys are selling heroin, remember to report that shit on your remember to report that stuff on your taxes, okay? And if you broke into somebody's house and you stole a television, you gotta know the exact amount that the television was worth, and you gotta report that. Unless you give the TV back, and then you're safe with the IRS. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard of. That's a funny, and it's legit. You go look it up. It's on there. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to go off on a tangent. So here's the trick, ladies and gentlemen. You ready to get to the meat? You have to save every receipt for everything you purchase. Anything and everything you purchase for your business, which in our business happens to be everything. Like I said, you're going to the studio to do a freelance gig as a engineer, and you got to stop and buy a Whopper and a bag of fries with a Coke. Get a receipt. Don't use your credit card transaction as a receipt. Ask the person at Burger King to give you a receipt. I don't know that I can say Burger King on YouTube, but too late, already did. So, I don't know, you guys, not again to go off on a tangent, I don't know if there's certain words you guys know we can't say on YouTube. Like, the virus of the 19 version, you can't say that. You can't say that. You know what else you can't say is somebody who, never mind. I'm not going to get into the YouTube thing because it's crazy. It's just nuts. I've actually been flagged a few times for saying words. Anyway, the key is that you save every receipt for absolutely everything we purchase. Okay, like I said a little earlier too, you can be audited 7 years back. The IRS can go back 7 years and audit you. So keep that in mind, that you need to keep your receipts for at least 7 years before you destroy them. Okay, so do have that in mind. Get it? Okay. So one thing, and Joanne kind of said it. I don't know if I can bring this up right now, Joe. Let me try this. Joanne said, research it, but you can put money into a certain retirement funds before April 15th, and that you can use that for last year. Yeah, Joanne does that. She puts money into her retirement account before April 15th this year, and it counts against last year's taxes. She can write that off on last year's taxes. You see what I'm saying? One thing, all right, I don't know if you guys know, Joanne's the owner of ES Audio, and she runs the business side of things. She does all the money and banks and taxes and all that stuff, right? And she'll tell me sometimes, hey, we made this amount of money this year, and before the end of the year, she'll say, okay, look, we've made this amount of money this year, and you need to spend a certain amount of money so that we can offset our taxes. Go buy something. So she'll usually tell me like after Christmas, which gives me like what, a week to go buy something before December 31st. I've got to find something that I need and go buy it. Okay. So, sometimes sometimes it's a lot of money. I think one year it was like $8,000 we had to spend in a week. That's harder than you think, man. It's like, dude, what do I get? I got $8,000. What? I don't know. What do I get? But that is one way to offset having to pay tax, is that you can buy something for your business and write that off as a tax deduction because you bought something for your business. Get it? Everything is a tax deduction to some degree or not. Look, there's a lot of different rules and regulations, but some of them are like dinners out, like a business dinner. You can only write off 75% of a business dinner. If you go to a specific kind of, maybe a gentleman's club or something, if you're trying to woo a client and they want to go to a certain type of club for gentlemen, that's only 50% deduction. The IRS understands you're at a gentleman club and that you might be having fun, and they know that they're not going to let you write off a lot of that. Tips, be really careful with tips because you don't get receipts for tips. Don't try to say, oh, I tipped the girl $4,500. No, you didn't. Shut up. You gave her a 10 spot, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be normal with it. Don't try to say that you left the waitress at the Denny's a $1,500 tip, because they know that you didn't. But if you do need these kind of deductions, go buy something for go buy something for your studio, go buy something for your business, you know. So yeah, if you keep reading here, look, the list goes on and on, man. That everything, pretty much everything you buy is a tax deduction, especially in our business. There are some certain businesses you might start up that might not let you write off your shoes. But in our business, man, your shoes, you got to look good. You got to be comfortable. So yeah, your shoes are a write off. All the education that you get, all the education that you pay for, that's you getting better at your job. That is a tax deduction. If you buy a course, if you pay for some training, if you take a course at a local community college to learn to be a better accountant for your business, yeah, a tax deduction. I mean, pretty much everything we do. The key is to keep a receipt for everything. Okay, remember that the IRS can go back 7 years and audit you, right? The thing to do is, if you do get called up for an audit, the thing to do is to have this thing, have your thing of receipts. But what I would do is I would not make it, don't keep your receipts nicely. If you're going to go to the audit, don't keep your receipts nicely in chronological order and by month and by date and by amounts. And no, you put all your receipts into a big black trash bag and you shake that punk up. Make sure you mix it all up a lot. And then go to the IRS office when you go in for your audit. Plop that big ass trash bag full of receipts on the auditor's desk and just go, call me when you're done, my friend. Good luck. Dude, their job at the IRS is to go through each receipt and match your receipt to your taxes. They're probably not going to do that because they know that you know the secret, because you have a big ass black garbage bag full of receipts. They know that you know the trick, and they're not going to mess with you. Look, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying you're 100% not going to get affected by that, but your chances are better than if you don't have receipts and you just go into the IRS audit and go, I don't know, dude, I just wrote it down. So whatever. Just saying. Okay. There's another thing, and we're going to talk about this a little bit. Let me get some of this water in me, man. I've been yelling. Sorry. I get excited. Y'all know how excited I get with this stuff because it's fun. In California, again, you guys outside of California, please check with your local areas. Okay. So check with your local area. Okay. But California has this thing called a production sales tax incentive. Now, this is just another way to save money in the business that we're in. Okay. We're all in production. We all produce something dealing with productions. Either we're working on a TV show, or we're working on some music, or we're working on filming a podcast or whatever. We're producing something. We're in the production business. All right, so the state of California has this production sales tax incentive, which basically means, and let me change the slide here. What this means is that in LA County, we're in LA County right now. The sales tax, if we go to Guitar Center and we buy a microphone, okay, that microphone's going to add 10.25% to the price of that microphone for the sales tax. Okay? As a legit registered production company in the state of California, my sales tax is only 5.25%. I save 5% straight up just by owning my own business as a production company. I'm a sole proprietor. It's just me doing business as me, and I'm saving 5% on everything I buy for my business. Now, yeah, if you go to the liquor store and buy some gum because your breath is funky, yeah, they're not going to take 5% off. It don't matter. But when you go to Apple Store and buy a $4,000 laptop, that stuff going to add up, people. Trust me, okay? That's where you need it. So that's where, when you buy things like computers, microphones, cameras, hard drives, things like that, you're definitely going to be saving money. All right, so with all of these deductions when you file your tax, you should be able to offset the amount and make it zero. So when you file your taxes and you get to zero, stop. You don't need to continue. You don't owe them. They don't owe you. Everybody's square. We happy? See y'all next year. Okay, don't try to get a refund, because as the business that we're in, we don't necessarily, unless you're an LLC or an S corp or that kind of thing, you're putting money in. But as a DBA, you're not putting money in, so you cannot expect to get a refund unless you're, as a DBA, still doing work as your regular job. If you're doing work as your regular job and they're taking money out your check, yeah, you might get a refund. But again, you want to try to avoid a refund by offsetting that during the year, changing your deductions, that kind of thing. All right. So there's another link right here, the tax tips, which links to another publication, which was a blog, and it's going to give you some more tips to help you with this stuff. Okay. So here's the links that you might need. Damn. Here's the links that you might need to register your business as a legit business. Signature filing, LegalZoom. Again, we're making this downloadable, so the links will be there for you. Okay. So you'll be able to just click in and get her done. All right. So I want y'all to consider joining the LPR membership and community. For you guys that are not in the membership and the community, I'm offering you guys a special deal. Right now through April 15th, I'm going to offer you guys a special deal. If you get signed up to the community between now and then, I'm going to give you a 14-day free trial. Come in there, try it out, see what it's about. I'm going to put the link up here in a minute. And Ryan and Joanne, if you guys can share the links later if you want. We don't normally do a trial period because I know the value of it. The guys that are in there, if you guys want to ask other people that are in this thing right now, ask them what kind of value they get out of being members. Everybody's going to agree that this is the jam. Okay, look, it regularly costs $27 a month. It ain't that much money for what you get. Trust me, it's a lot in there. There's a lot of stuff in there that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. If you go to, I don't know if you guys ever bought a template for Pro Tools or Logic. They can cost upwards of $100+. You know what I mean? Wavy Wayne sells them for $120, $150. Mine are free. They're all there for you. Go grab it right there. So yeah, I'm gonna put this link up. I'm also gonna put the link up here in a minute. The link will be clickable in the publication. I'll make sure that it works. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always reach out to me here at info@learnprorecording.com. That link's going to be in there as well. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to hang out I'll hang out till you're done. Okay, we only got 15 minutes left, but I'm going to hang out. Yeah, look. All right, this guy says, this guy's saying that Learn Pro Recording is worth it. So please look into it. It's not that much money. You can, look, if you get in there, you don't like it, let me know. I'm going to give you your money back. I don't really care. I don't really need $27 that bad. But, look, the $27 is just to help us offset the cost. It does cost me to host all this. It costs me to host this stuff. I have to pay for I got to pay for everything, So it does cost me, but I try to offset that. You guys, I'm just asking you guys to help out, So, let me go back to the me cam here. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'll be here for you for the next few minutes. I'm going to go back and see if there's anything I need to look at. You know what I can do is I can bring these comments up. You guys can see the comments. Let me go. I think there was one that I starred. Yeah, this one. Joanne says, research it, but you can put money into a certain retirement fund. Yeah, I told you about that. Before April 15th and offset how much you owe in taxes. Okay. So what else? Let's see. Darktown says it's worth it. Oh, yeah, you know what? We use TurboTax when we do our taxes. It's really simple. We do our own taxes. You don't need the expense of having an accountant guy to help you out with it. No, just do it yourself. TurboTax is pretty up to date when you get it. If you get it and updates happen along the way, they update it for you. Okay. It's pretty good, pretty easy. So, hit me up. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments in here. Again, I am going to make this downloadable. Let me go back here real quick and I'll tell you the download. There it is right there. You can download the slides from there. And then the special membership link is here. Okay, if you go to learnprorecording.com/LPR membership 14, that's going to get you the 14-day free trial. Okay, so that's the link that you need to get the free trial. And then let's go back to the comments. Anybody got anything to say? Anybody got any questions? Where y'all at? Where's everybody at? Questions, comments, concerns, YouTube, Facebook, where y'all at? Anybody here from Facebook? I haven't seen anybody from Facebook yet. It looks like everybody's from on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, looks like everybody's on YouTube today. Okay. No Facebook account? Nobody wants to come hang out with us on Facebook? All right. Whatever. Facebook. You know what? I don't know. I was trying to keep everybody just in Facebook. Then Facebook, again, they changed their algorithm again. And I was like, yeah, just y'all keep changing stuff, man. I know they're trying to make it safe for everybody. But what it does is when they do that, I have to go back and change all my stuff. It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to do that. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Got 10 minutes left. I'm here for you. Anything you need. It doesn't have to be about taxes. I mean, I don't care. Ask me anything. Ask me where I got the hat. Ask me why I wear a hat. Why I wear a backwards hat. It's just, everybody got their signature, right? So that's kind of my signature. Anyone. I don't know if y'all were here. Was it last week we had the guest? Was that last week, Joe? Joe was our guest last. Was it last week or week before? I forget. I think it was last week. And the power went out. Was y'all here on that one? That was fun. That was freaky, man. But y'all got to understand we are live, and this is live, and stuff happens, man. And that definitely happened. Raul says great hanging out, and as always, top notch. Thanks, Raul, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you got to hang out with us, man. And Raul, bro, if you want to, if you have any questions, you could always reach out, man. info@learnprorecording.com. I'm here for you. Anything about anything. Not necessarily about taxes or business, or if you need some help building your studio. Oh shoot, I don't have the thing on here, but I'm gonna go find it. Hang on, let me go over here. I'm gonna go change something over here real quick. I got yeah, here it is right here. I want to share with y'all this. I'm gonna share the screen with y'all again. The new LPR membership and community. Here's the link for the actual. This is the link for the 14-day free trial. All right. But this is just the web page, actually. Sorry, I'm just showing you the web page. But yeah, man, look, this is some of what you get in the membership. We do these monthly. Well, normally we do a monthly workshop and a monthly group coaching call. This month we've been doing a group coaching call every Tuesday. We called it Tuesday Night Live because it's fun. The community in Learn Pro Recording LPR membership has we're all in there. All our users are in there, and they're your peers. They're people that can help you network, people that are networking with you. You guys can share mixes, you can share critiques, you can share presets for plugins, share templates, presets for plugins, actual plugins. If you guys run into free plugins and want to share that stuff, all that's in there, man. We do weekly, monthly challenges. There's always a mix challenge with great prizes. I mean, last month we gave away a set of headphones. Pretty fun, man. Look, and mixed critiques from your peers. I think that's worth more than anything, because you can put a mix in there and then ask your peers, hey, check out my mix. Tell me what you think. And you're going to get a couple of people go, hey, yeah, that was awesome, man, but try doing this and try doing that. They give you pointers, which is they're critiquing it for you. They're actually helping you grow as a mix engineer, as a recording engineer. So this thing's a lot of fun, man. And it's legit only $27. But right now, it's open up right now, you get a 14-day free trial. For the free trial, man, get in there, try it out, see what's in there, check out the community, see what we do in the community. We have one of these at least once a week. We do either a master class, a workshop, a group coaching call, something. We try to do something at least once a week, and that's part of the thing. So, it's all included, and every time I put something in the membership and in the community, it just grows a little bit more. All these live things that we do, they're all archived. If you want to go back and look at them again, they're all in the membership. You guys can go back to the master classes and the group coaching calls and the workshops. See all the ones from last year. They're all in there, man. If you missed something, you could try it again. Darktown's asking, what's an affordable microphone you'd recommend for vocals? Hey, Rashad, I would look at the AT2020, Audio-Technica AT2020. It's legit $99, okay? And it's not that bad on its own, but then there's an upgrade kit that you can buy from the company is micparts.com. I'll put a link in the community, or if Ryan, if you're here, man, do put in a link to micparts.com. And that guy's got an upgrade kit for the AT2020, which it makes it badass, man. It definitely does step up that $99 microphone. It depends on your budget, honestly, bro, but $99, everybody got $99, you know what I'm saying? And it's a great large diaphragm condenser mic. It'll help you out, man. It's good for you. Any more questions? That was great, man. Thanks for asking. Any other questions like that, man? That's what we're here for. That's why we're here. What is this thing? Oh, I have my mouse on the screen. That's what that was. Questions, comments, concerns. Anyone? I can do. You know what I can do? I can do a search for the Q. This is why I wanted y'all to put the Q colon, because if there's a question there, I could put it in there. Yeah, I've already answered that one. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, OJ, what's up? How y'all doing? Everybody good? Glad to see OJ's here, man. I ain't seen OJ in a minute. OJ's a client, been around for a couple of years, right, OJ? So, but yeah, she brought a person by today that we're gonna be doing some stuff with. I'm excited. She's got a great platform that I want to get involved in, and she, I can help her out. She can help me out, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So, appreciate you, OJ. And any questions, comments, or concerns? Anyone? Bueller? All right. So some of y'all don't get the jokes, but some of y'all might. Like I don't know if you guys have ever been here in the studio and used the facilities, the indoor plumbing. There's a thing there's a chalkboard on the door. You guys can, I don't know if you guys know this, but nobody ever uses it. But you can put, you can graffiti on the door if you want. And somebody put a thing and it said, for a good time, call 818-867-5309. Ask for Jenny. Dude, nobody gets it. Nobody. People come out the bathroom and they're like, who's Jenny? No, man. No, you don't get it, bro. It's okay. I'm going to let y'all look that up. Look up the number. 867-5309. Ask for Jenny. Look it up. But that's just another one of those things, man, that, whatever. Showing the age, I reckon. Yeah, I've been here a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Cherish Wallace. Cherish Wallace says, it's nice to meet me. Well, thank you, Cherish Wallace. Appreciate you, too, hanging out with me. This is fun. Hopefully you got something out of it, man. Hopefully we helping out, because this is all good stuff. This is all in the membership. It's all in there. This is the kind of stuff I want you guys to have, because these are things that normally don't get taught in schools. And the reason I brought this up, the reason I bring these things up, Joanne gave the link to the website there for the studio. If you guys want to come check out the studio. Oh, Raul gets it. All right, yeah, Raul got it. He's on top of things, man. Thank you, Raul. At least somebody else remembers. All right, great song, by the way. If you guys go look that up, man, go check it out. It's a great song. No, look, this is what we do. All right. My job as a older, wiser engineer, producer, and music maker, my job is to pass my knowledge and my experience on to the next generation, to keep this art alive. It was Rashad and I had this conversation earlier today, and Rashad's one of my students, and he was actually in-house today. And we had a conversation about the art of being a recording engineer, the art of being a mixing engineer, the art of being a mastering engineer. And it's exactly what it is, man. It's an art. You guys, everybody listen to me. Y'all have to remember that this is an art. Don't stay away from the AIs. Stay away from somebody that tells you, oh, all you gotta do is click a button. Oh, don't worry about that you can't sing. Man, I got auto-tune. No, dude, learn how to sing. You think Led Zeppelin, you think Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin used auto-tune? No, the dude could just sing. The dude the songs that they wrote, Freddie Mercury. Oh my God, come on, man. The songs they wrote. Elton John. These songs that they wrote were just like iconic. Just thank you. Thank you, Rashad. It's art. So that's what it is. Rashad said, it's art. Yeah, it's art. And that's exactly what it is, man. It's art. So let's try to keep try to keep the art alive, man. Become artist as an engineer and as a producer and as a mixing engineer, as a recording engineer, man. Be an artist and be proud of your work. Make that snare drum sound the best that snare drum can sound and go, damn, I made that snare drum sound like that. That was me. I picked the right microphone. I picked the right placement, the right distance, the right preamp, I had just the right amount of EQ on it. Sounded amazing. I did that shit. That was me. Man, nothing sounds better than your snare drum that you made happen. Man, keep the art alive, people. I'm going on a different tangent, but that's what it's about, man. This is what we do. I get passionate about it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I get, you guys that are in-house students, man, I get passionate about this stuff, man. We start talking about this stuff and I get in, man. But this is my world. This is what we do. This is who I am. I don't do this for the money. Y'all know that my broke ass don't do this for the money. I do this for the love. And you guys have to know that. Everybody has to know that. All right, everybody. I'm done. Man, I got to stop talking about that kind of stuff because I'll get crazy with it, man. I'll get booted from another Reddit in a minute. Man, I don't know about I don't know if I told y'all this, man, but I get banned from pretty much every Reddit I ever go on because I got an opinion. And some people don't like to hear my opinion. I've been banned from the Avid Reddit. I've been banned from the Pro Tools Avid. I definitely got banned from the Waves Reddit. Did you guys see what Waves did 2 days ago? I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna come in tight. I don't know how y'all. Everybody needs to stop using Waves plugins from now on. Find something else to do. Find a different EQ. Find a different thing. Yeah, Joe. Joe says, Learn Pro Recording is on Facebook. Absolutely. Learn Pro Recording is me. I'm teaching you how to look, I don't care about teaching you how to use an equalizer, man. Go to YouTube. There's thousands of videos on how to use an EQ and how to use a compressor. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you how to make money because you know how to use an EQ. I'm going to show you how to use that EQ like a paintbrush. Like Bob Ross using that shit, making tiny trees with a high pass filter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's good. I got to remember that. I'm going to write that down. High pass filter. Yeah, I'm making tiny trees with a high pass filter, Bob. That's what I'm doing. No, anyway, no, what Waves did, man, you can't buy a Waves plugins no more. You cannot buy a Waves plugin. As of March 26th, 2023, you cannot buy Waves plugins. You can only subscribe. If you bought a Waves plugin on March 25th, you can still use it. It's just not going to update ever. You're never going to be able to update it. Even though you just bought it. You just paid the $29 because we all know Waves is always on sale for $29. Everything is on sale for $29. It's never going to update. So you can only subscribe to Waves now. Yeah, Rose says he can't go for that. Yeah, let's stop using Waves plugins. You know what I'm saying? Not simply because they did that, but simply because they suck. I mean, let's be real. Waves plugins are mediocre at best, man. Let me retract that. They have a couple of plugins which I do enjoy and I do use. Not many, but there's a couple, just a couple, But I'll tell you, one of my favorite Waves plugins is actually the Chris Lord Algae mix, the mix plugin from Chris Lord Algae. That I think that's from 2014, but I still use it because it works. I like it. It kind of reminds me of a thing that I used to deal with, and it just works the way I like it to work. But yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to stop using Waves plugins. The only way I'll get Waves plugins in the studio now is if my clients demand it. If my clients come here and say, I can't work here because you don't have Waves plugins, then I'll have to get Waves plugins. But other than that, I'm not doing it. I'm just not gonna. I'm just not gonna do it. I refuse. It's bad enough that we can't buy Pro Tools anymore. We have to have subscription for that. And unfortunately, we have to have Pro Tools in the studio because of what we do. And the clients that come in here expect to see Pro Tools. So we do have to deal with that. But other than that, man, I don't have to have Waves plugins. I got Slate. I got Universal Audio plugins. Now, both of those can be subscription as well. But at least those work. At least they're worth the dollars that, at least they're worth the money, man. I mean, Waves plugins really aren't worth what they're charging for them, and they've always been that way. And I think they do that because they understand that they're easily cracked. Oh, look for the blog post this week. I'm a butthurt some people this week on the blog post. Y'all find the blog post on the website, the esaudio.com, wherever that's at. Where's it at? Joanne had it up there a second ago. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Joanne had this up there. The blog post is going to be on the website this coming Wednesday. All right, so look for that. I'm gonna butthurt some people on this one. I'm talking about crack plugins, people. Don't be cracking nothing. If you're trying to keep the art alive, you're trying to be an artist as a mix engineer and as a recording engineer, you're trying to be an artist, man, don't crack nothing. You know what you're doing when you crack stuff? You stealing. You stealing for people. Okay, so let's say you make an awesome song and you put it up on Spotify, right? And you want people to go to you want people to go to Apple Music and buy your song. But instead of doing that, everybody just steals it from Spotify. They just record it and download it and enjoy it. And they don't pay you. That's the same thing. That's the same thing you're doing with the plugins. They're not free plugins, people. They're not free. Oh, Dominic says there's tons of better plugins out there. Definitely not subscribing to. Thank you, Dominic. Me and you, my brother, we're right here. We're together on this, bro. I ain't doing it. There's so many better plugins than Waves. And I agree. And, Waves was easily cracked. And I think, you know what? This is just my opinion, and this is what got kicked me off. This is what got me kicked off the Waves Reddit. I think Waves lets the cracks go. I think they crack them. They give you the crack code. Because what they want is they want every bedroom producer and everybody who can't afford the Mercury bundle at Waves, they want them to have them. So when that producer does come into my studio, they expect me to have them because everybody has them. So what I do is I go buy the plugins. I have the plugins that they're looking for, but I go buy them because I'm not going to crack plugins, And I think Waves knows this, and they do that shit on purpose. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go ahead and open up that conspiracy thing with Waves, but I think Waves might be thinking they're gonna make more money, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think they're looking for the regular income coming in every month. You know what I mean, with that subscription. I think one subscription was $14.99 for half the plugins and $24, $25 a month for everything, for all the plugins, like 250 plugins or something. It's an okay deal if you like Waves plugins, but I'm not doing it. All right, enough of me ranting about Waves, bro. That's enough for me. Jammin' Joe says, check out the latest blog from the LPR recording site. Yeah, go to the website, check it out. I am gonna build that. I'm gonna have time to do the blog this week. I've been kind of off the blog because, dude, I've been busy. I don't know. Any of you guys that normally come during the week, I had to shut down Wednesday and Thursday this week because I have to be the engineer on an 8-hour session every day, for the next 2 days. We got a secret project which I can't talk about, and no, the secret project didn't. I told y'all some of y'all about this. It's not that secret, but we got a project in this week, and the artist didn't want anybody in the studio. They're basically locking out the whole place. And I'm the engineer on the project. So I've actually already got things set up. I'm ready to go. So they'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we're going to work till 6 or 8, something like that. But we're going to get it done. And then I'll be able to talk to you guys about the project after it's done. So anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. Anybody got anything else to say? Any questions, comments, or concerns before I go? I'm here for you. I did plan to spend a couple extra minutes in case the questions came in, because I guess maybe I explained the whole tax thing good enough because nobody had any questions about it, right? And if y'all are good, I'm gonna go. I haven't seen Ryan. Ryan, you in here? You just been lurking? What's up, Ryan? You do anything? I know Joanne likes to she likes to bring up the links and stuff like that. I don't know if Ryan's hanging out. Ryan's had some vehicle trouble this week, so he hadn't been in the studio this week. But hopefully he gets that fixed and he can come out and play with us next week. But anybody, anything, any question, doesn't have to be about taxes or business or anything coming up. What's my favorite EQ? I don't, I'll tell you whatever y'all want to know, man. I'm here for you. I'm open book. I'll give you 5 more minutes. We'll hang out, and then we'll get up out of here. So anything, I guess I'm gonna do. Oh, Joe says she thinks he was in here. Oh, yeah, she thinks he was in here. Okay. I just haven't seen him. I haven't been paying attention, but no, I think what I'll do next week. Let me know in the chat if you guys think this is something interesting that you might want to see. I can show you my system. I can show you this thing, my broadcast system, and show you how that works and that kind of stuff, and show you around a little bit, show you each piece of equipment, what I use it for, what I do with it, and that kind of thing. Is that something that might interest y'all? Like hey, Raul said good night. He's out. Raul, thank you so much for hanging out, my brother. And look for us in the community, man. Come hang out. Go get that 14-day free trial, man. See what's up. And enjoy it. We'll talk to you soon, bro. Let me know if that's something that might interest y'all, man. Having seeing the YouTube broadcast content creation station. I don't know. We need to give this thing a name. I call it the content creation station because it's cool. But let me know. Let me know if that's something that's interesting. Other than that, we might have a new piece of gear coming in, which I'm not going to talk about it just yet because it's exciting, and I don't know when it's coming, so I'm not going to talk to you about it just yet. But yeah, Joanne says she wants to see the setup of the podcast. All right, well maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that for this month's this coming up month. We'll do this for either a group coaching call or a masterclass or something, and then Darktown, which is Rashad, he said, yeah, that sounds interesting. Awesome, man. Yeah, I like it. It makes life real easy. I got everything at my fingertips. I got everything. I got my audio, I got my video, got my camera, got my light. Got everything I need right here, man. Everything, it's all on wheels. Sometimes, if I need the backdrop of the studio, I bring it in the studio because I can roll it around wherever. This is actually this is actually my backdrop. This is a real bookcase. This isn't a green screen. Although I do have a green screen, I could put myself on, like in Tahiti or something on one of the broadcasts or whatever, because I'll just pop up the green screen. We should play with that too. That's kind of fun. But yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll try that for next month's masterclass or group coaching call or something. So it's just fun and doing a tour. Like I said, we got a new thing. We might have a new piece of gear coming in this month, and we'll highlight that as well. We'll do like a masterclass on the new piece of gear once we get it in and see how it works. You know what I mean? So hey, so Joanne says YouTube feed looks good. Good job. I'm glad. I'm again, man, I'm kind of disappointed in Facebook. I tried to make it work. It didn't really work out. But we're going to keep it on YouTube. We'll just keep it on YouTube because it's a great feed. You know what the thing is, man? I got a 4K camera. And I can feed 4K into YouTube. It does drop it down to 1080, but it looks better because I'm sending 4K in and it drops it down to 1080 rather than me sending 1080 in. We'll talk about all that when we do the tour. I'll tell you about all the cameras and the conversions of the P's and the A and the H's and things, the HDMIs and all that. So, all right, I'm going to get out. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me so much, man. I've had a great month. This has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I'm going to share the current download with you one more time. LearnProRecording.com, Tuesday 004. That's LearnProRecording.com /004. Go get that. The membership, if you want to look at get the 14-day thing, I'll also send this out to the group. You'll get the 14-day through April 15th. I'll send it out to the email maybe tomorrow. Everybody will get the same access to the same thing, okay? And that's with that. I'm gonna end the broadcast. I'm kind of done with it. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me again. We had a great time. I'm enjoying this. Even though it's just me in here and I got to look at the little black dot, I've got it. I think I'm getting better at this stuff, man. Yeah, I know the first one. If y'all were on the first one, man, that was kind of rough, but it was it got better. It got way better. So I'm gonna get out of here. My name is Donnie B. I'm out of here. Peace. We'll talk to you next time. See you guys soon.